as well as being considered two of the best players in the world. Maradona and Ronaldinho are legends who will go down in history for their unique talents. But have you ever wondered which of them stands out more in each skill? In this video, you'll see a fierce battle between Maradona and Ronaldinho. Dribbles. Both football stars are known the world over for their exceptional skills, but which of them excelled more at dribbling? Diego Maradona, for example, was one of football's most iconic dribblers, being able to dribble several opponents in a row, leaving them behind. He was also a specialist in short dribbles, using agile and precise foot movements to dribble opponents in tight spaces, with unquestionable technical quality. His ability to dribble with ease made him a constant target of opposing players who, unable to keep up with his talent, would commit hard fouls to try and stop him. His dribbling prowess was so exceptional. Ronaldinho, for his part, is considered one of the greatest dribblers in football history. One of his most iconic moves is the flip-flap, in which he stretches the ball to one side and quickly pulls it back. The Brazilian star was also fond of the step-over, a technique in which Ronaldinho simulated kicking the ball, but with dexterity and agility, he used quick foot movements to keep hold of it, confusing and destabilizing defenders. Ronaldinho's refined and masterful technique with the ball has become a trademark and has been admired throughout his career. In FIFA 2023, for example, Ronaldinho has a dribbling score of 95, while Maradona has a dribbling score of 95. So let's call it a draw. Speed. The two biggest stars in world football are agile players on the pitch, but which one was the fastest? Maradona, for example, was known for his acceleration and speed with the ball at his feet, which made him difficult to mark. His agility combined with his ball control and technical skills made him an extremely dangerous player who was feared by his opponents. Ronaldinho, on the other hand, although he wasn't known for his speed, was able to compensate by using his agility as well as his ability to make quick changes of direction. In addition, the Brazilian star had exceptional ball control and could run with the ball very close to his foot, showing all his dexterity and agility on the pitch, keeping possession of the ball while advancing towards the goal. There is no official record of his top speed, but it is estimated that he ran at around 32 km per hour on the pitch. As they both have similar top speeds, let's call it a draw. Strength. In terms of physical strength, the two players have similar physical characteristics. Ronaldinho, for example, had a good physique, standing at 6 feet 0 inches tall and weighing around 176 pounds. These marked characteristics gave him an imposing and remarkable physical presence on the pitch, as well as an excellent natural ability to deal with physical clashes effectively. On the other hand, Diego Maradona stands out more in this regard. He was well known for his robustness, even though he was short in stature. Maradona had a more imposing physical structure, with greater muscle mass, which gave him more strength and the ability to withstand physical contact from opposing defenders. As Ronaldinho has a more imposing physique, points to him. Shots and goals. Everyone knows that the two footballing geniuses scored a lot of goals in their careers, but which one has the better ability to finish and score? Diego Maradona, for example, was one of the greatest scorers in football history, demonstrating an impressive ability to score goals in a variety of situations. With incredible ball control, he dribbled with ease around his opponents, leaving them behind and finding spaces where he could finish with accuracy. Maradona also had good accuracy and power in his shots, being able to shoot strong and accurate shots from long distances. Throughout his career, it is estimated that Maradona scored about 346 goals in 679 games, with an average of 1 goal every 2 games. Ronaldinho, on the other hand, was a very technical and creative player with the ability to invent improbable moves and finishes. His ability to shoot at the right time was impressive, leaving opposing goalkeepers with no chance of defense. He was known for his ability to finish with his right foot, especially when taking free kicks for his team, which often resulted in spectacular goals. Throughout his career as a footballer, some sources estimate that he scored around 313 goals in 500 games, which represents a good average of 63 goals every 100 games. And since Ronaldinho's conversion rate is higher than his opponent, he wins this round. Awards. Both stars have won many awards during their careers, but which of them is the most successful footballer? Ronaldinho, for example, has won the FIFA World Player of the Year award twice throughout his career, but has only won the Ballon d'Or once. As for the clubs he's played for, he's a little behind, his most important honors being the Copa Libertadores and the UEFA Champions League. Playing for the Brazilian national team, Ronaldinho stands out more, having won the Confederations Cup as well as the much-disputed 2002 World Cup. Maradona, on the other hand, did not win as many awards. Starting with the Ballon d'Or, after a review of the list of winners, Maradona was left with 2 gold balls, which is 5 less than his opponent. Playing for the clubs he played for, Maradona won 1 UEFA Europa League and several national titles. With the Argentine national team, Diego became an Argentine idol after winning the 1986 World Cup, as Maradona has 1 more World Cup to his name, points to him. Passing. Both football stars were exceptional players, but who has the better ability to make assertive passes? Ronaldinho, for example, is considered a great benchmark for this skill. The Brazilian star was able to put the ball exactly where his teammates needed it to create goals, finding great spaces and valuable opportunities for his team. Ronaldinho was considered a midfield maestro, able to influence games with his incredible passing ability. In addition to his excellent passing accuracy, Ronaldinho was also able to make beautiful passes with effect, curving the ball into unpredictable trajectories and deceiving his opponents. Diego Maradona, on the other hand, he was excellent at making precise and very creative passes, possessing a good vision for the game that allowed him to find teammates in advantageous positions. One of Maradona's most used passes was the heel pass, which showed his creativity and ability to deceive opponents. Maradona also had other types of passes, such as the ladder pass, in which he would pass the ball with his back foot, crossing his leg behind the supporting leg. In short, both players were exceptional in this skill. In FIFA, Ronaldinho has a score of 91 in passing ability, while Maradona stands out more with a score of 93. So point for Maradona. Endurance. In terms of endurance, both players are exceptional, but who had the better physical capacity to withstand playing for long periods? Ronaldinho, for example, was a player who managed to have remarkable physical stamina, which allowed him to shine brightly on the pitch. He was able to create plays and unbalance the opposing defense, even at times when he showed signs of fatigue. Based on the distance he traveled in the competitions he took part in, Ronaldinho averaged 8 kilometers in a match. In Maradona's time, football was a little different. Although he was an excellent player in terms of stamina, players did not need to be so physically fit. This is because in his time, a player walked an average of about 5 miles per game. As they both have the same average, let's call it a draw. Assists. Both football legends were extremely skillful and creative players, but which of them had the best ability to provide good assists? Maradona, for example, possessed exceptional vision and a refined passing technique, which enabled him to provide good assists for teammates. His ability to anticipate the movements of teammates and identify empty spaces in the opposing defense made him a master at creating scoring opportunities. Throughout his career, it is estimated that he made around 240 assists in 679 official games, with an average of 1 assist every 2.82 games. Ronaldinho, on the other hand, was a player who valued the construction of collective plays. The Brazilian was responsible for driving the ball forward with mastery, at the same time as creating chances for his teammates, playing the role of an extremely creative midfielder. According to the available data, Ronaldinho charmed the footballing world by providing around 187 brilliant assists in 500 games, a good average of 37 assists for every 100 games played. As Ronaldinho's stats are better, points to him. Market value. The two football tycoons are considered very famous players, but which of them was the most valuable and in demand by clubs? Diego Maradona, for example, was the first player to set the world transfer record twice, when he went to Barcelona for £5 million, and in 1984 when he went to Napoli for £6.9 million. As for his salary, Maradona was considered the highest-paid football player of his generation, receiving a salary of around $10 million per season. But some sources estimate that if he had lived his prime today, his income would be much higher. Ronaldinho, on the other hand, experienced the peak of his career playing for Barcelona because he was twice considered the best player in the world, which ended up increasing his salary exponentially. At the time, he was considered the highest-paid footballer in the world, earning a salary of $10 million a season. Turning to his most expensive transfer, Ronaldinho's record was his move to Barcelona in 2003 for around €32 million. As Maradona didn't live in a period when football was better valued, it's hard to say who wins this round, so let's call it a draw! At the end of this battle, we had 6 points for Maradona against 7 points for Ronaldinho, making him the champion. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below.